Hey guys, Nick Espinosa, your Chief Security Fanatic here, and it's Sunday, so it is Breaches of the Week day. And as I mentioned in my last Breaches of the Week, because Marriott came out and was such a bombshell, huge thing, we're going to see a slew of smaller breaches basically start getting declared in the next couple of weeks. And this week doesn't disappoint. I'm going to try to get through all of these as quickly as I can, but before we do, we're going to start with Marriott again. Now, the cybersecurity researchers that are looking at Marriott basically suspect that Chinese state-sponsored hackers are the culprits behind this. They're finding signatures and styles and tools and all that we would typically equate with Chinese intelligence. And so we'll see if that's the case. It's still being played out, but that is your quick update on Marriott. Now, moving on, the next major breach that happened that kind of dominated the news a little bit, if you are familiar with them, is Quora. Now, Quora is a question and answer website that a lot of different people use to get answers. A lot of experts there weigh in on stuff. I've done it in the past before, and they just declared a breach of 100 million users having their personal information exposed. So that is a serious issue. I will obviously keep you up to date on that. Moving on, we're going to be talking about Humble Bundle. Now, I've never heard of Humble Bundle before, but they are a gaming subscription website. And I quote, this is their problem: "The malicious actor evidently used a vulnerability in the system that was combined with a credential stuffing attack that pushed a list of email addresses against Humble Bundle to see if they could be used to gain access." So apparently their users got exposed. I do not know the scope or the depth. That is the only explanation I was able to find on that. But if you are a member of Humble Bundle, you might want to check that out. Moving on, we're going to be talking about the San Mateo Medical Center. 5,000 patients are at risk due to a screw-up. Basically, this is not a technical hack. What ended up happening is the housekeeping staff at night is supposed to shred patient medical records, and they accidentally took 5,000 of those records and moved it into recycling, which means that they are there for recycling. Anybody can pick them up and read them, and so they have declared a HIPAA breach. So not all breaches are technical in that sense. Moving on, we're going to be talking about Bethesda. Now, Bethesda is a game publisher. Now, they created a game called Fallout 76. And here's the situation. The game itself, as far as we know, is secure, but they offered a nylon bag to their gamers, their users, as kind of like a collectible gift. The bags apparently really sucked, and so Bethesda said, if you open up a ticket on our website, we will replace that nylon bag with a canvas bag. So obviously, tons of Fallout 76 players went ahead and did this, but the problem is the ticketing system was weak. Players could go into the ticketing system and look up anybody's ticket, basically, or find anybody's ticket, including deeply personal information. Bethesda is in the process of fixing that if they haven't fixed it already. Now, moving on, and we're going to stay in the gaming industry, we're going to be talking about EA, or Electronic Arts. Obviously, they are huge in the gaming industry, and I quote from their website: "On Tuesday, December 4th, a former employee notified EA that he continued to have access to 2 internal reports containing personal data of a discrete number of players. Access logs indicated that those reports have been accessed by other systems not authorized by EA. The ability to access the data was caused by a vulnerability in the system displaying the reports," meaning unknown actors could get access to critical information on EA's infrastructure. Size and scope, I'm not aware of, so we're going to keep moving on. Cape Cod Community College. Now, their president, John Cox, just told college employees that hackers stole over $800,000 from the community college in this past week due to an elaborate phishing scheme. And so colleges, obviously not immune to hackers looking for money. If anything develops there, I'll let you know. Then we're going to be talking about Elasticsearch. Now, if you're not familiar with Elasticsearch, it's a Java-based search engine that is basically, it's free and open source, and it's used by a ton of people, including library software called Lucene. Now, they just had a vulnerability through a regular audit that they found 73 gigabytes of their data easily exposed to the web that anybody could go through, including personal information on over 82 million users. of Elasticsearch. And you may have actually used Elasticsearch going to some websites. You may not necessarily know about it. You could be exposed in this. That's another huge breach that we're now hearing about on the heels of Marriott, while Marriott's taking all the heat. And finally, we're going to be talking about the National Republican Congressional Committee. I did a video on them a couple of days ago, but they're obviously included in here. They just declared that they had a breach during the 2018 midterm election by unknown actors. Top aides to the heads of the NRCC were hacked and their mailboxes were surveilled. So hackers got comings and goings, and they understand a lot more than they should intimately about the NRCC. So is that state sponsored? We don't know. I'm sure at some point it will be declared. And those are your breaches of the week. And sorry, this is a longer video, but for the next couple of weeks, thanks to Marriott, I think it's going to be crazy out there. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And also on my new YouTube channel, /Nick Espinoza. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, guys.